they they follow kind of like these three, almost four groups, but like once you like you think like so there's like what 7 episodes I think, but like you get through the first one, you're like, how could there possibly be more? Then you get to the second one, you're like, is this shit really happening? And then like you get to the next one and you're like, wow. And like it just keeps going. But the thing is, like, it wasn't super hard for me to wrap my head around because like these people live like 15 miles down the road from me, essentially. Like these type of people, not these people legitimately.
People are
but like
These people.
people are like free Joe Exotic, justice for Joe Exotic. And like, no, this dude belongs in jail. This Joe Exotic fellow, like he belongs in jail.
I don't think jail.
Right. But people are like saying like, oh, let's try to free him or whatever. Like, no, that dude belongs there. But no, it's you just gotta watch it. Like I'm not gonna spoil it. You just gotta watch it.
Just the article I was reading, apparently where he was at in jail, he was answering all these emails and all this other stuff, and he demanded.
How are they giving him internet? And like the thing is, like this dude really is a pathological liar. But again, like it's at first I had zero interest in this. Like you couldn't get me past the title. I was like, this is dumb. But then like I ran out of shit to watch and I was like, all right, let's give it a try. And I was gonna like, okay, I'll just I'll drip it, 2 episodes a day or whatever. 7 hours later I was done with it. It just real quick, we got input in the chat. We had Hollow Matt in the chat. Cryotex Customs, Josh Fisher, and Kabar. What's up, fellas? Yeah, we're talking about Tiger King. A little bit about Tiger King, but as you guys saw the thumbnail probably before we went live, that may be the last bit of beasts we talk about. Who knows? But I'm Primal Sabbath. You can find me everywhere at Primal Sabbath. Mike, where can people find you at?
You can find me everywhere as Angry Mike.
Tyler?
Well, I go now by Gunnar Malegis. As you guys most recently know, I have decided to sexually identify as a paraplegic, as an amputee. My pronouns are slip, trip, and fall. And I will now be known as Gunnar Malegis.
Tyler is indeed confirmed to be into pegging. Dalton, where can people find you at?
You can find me everywhere at Daltonians TF.
Also, if you haven't listened to All Queued Up's what was it? WAQU? I just had it pulled up. WAQU Radio Morning Wake Up Show. You need to go check that out. It's on Podbean. If you got Podbean, check out All Queued Up. Candace, where can people find you at?
You can find me at All Your Beasts Are Belong to Us. Thank you.
I don't fucking get it. Whatever.
You're going to be All Your Bricks Are Belong to Us next week?
All Your Toes Are Belong to Us next week.
Damn!
I'll give her that one. That's all you get.
Yes, I got one.
That's
Bro,
it.
everyone in the chat marked safe from Carol Baskin. Oh man, Matt, you haven't watched it yet? I recommend, like, if you're quarantined, bro, like I recommend it. It's a good way to kill 7 hours. Watch it a little bit buzzed, and it'll be better. But Mike, did you get anything this week?
Yeah, I got yesterday I picked up a Bumblebee from the Studio Series line of my Walmart. A little smaller than I expected it to be, but it's not a bad little figure. I like it. It goes good with the Optimus Prime from the Studio Series as well. And then I got a few pops you don't give a shit about, so I won't talk about them.
Oh, I didn't give a shit about the Bumblebee either, but keep going.
No, that's it. I'm good.
None of that movie trash on this G1 Appreciation podcast.
Well, it is a G1 character.
Well, yeah, but it's not a G1 version of the character.
Well, it's actually pre-G1.
You're gross. Tyler, did you get anything this week?
Yeah, I got myself in the G1 fam hands, and I got myself a G1 Dino Robo whoosh, and
Dino Robo.
Oh, I thought you picked up that KO Megatron.
Look, we're a G1 podcast, not a G1 trash podcast, okay? Keep that KO shit to the fucking G.I. Joe show. All right.
Hey now.
Oh!
Hey, another KO about Joe's.
Shots are getting fired. Yeah, they're not popular enough to get KO'd. GhostLordPeter in the chat. What's up, Peter? Dalton, did you get anything this week?
I did. I got the Cybertron long rack.
Yeah, I bet you got a long rack, didn't you?
Yeah, I know you got a long rack. You
Yeah,
got
your
nipple
mom got a
piercings
long
like Governor
rack.
Cuomo? You see Governor Cuomo's nipple piercings?
I did
You
see
got
that. Was hilarious.
What?
Yeah. That's a guy I'd probably re-elect, honestly. He's into some real kinky shit.
You know why
He
old
stands
ladies
up for the
hunch over
stripper.
when they walk around in the winter?
What, Tyler?
Do you know why old ladies hunch over when they walk around in the winter?
Why's that?
So their tits can cover their knees, keep them warm.
Oh. Oh, God.
Quarantine
Well,
fun fact of the day.
we know what Tyler's been doing. Candace, what did you get anything this week?
I did not.
What?
No, I got nothing.
Oh.
Did you get anything this week, Dakota?
Yeah,
You know,
Dakota.
Dalton. Yeah, I mean, Dalton and Candace, thank y'all so much for asking. I actually
I
got to
wasn't
take a
gonna fucking
look.
ask him.
I got to take a look at some Cowboys sent over to me by Chicken Fried Toys. Those reviews will be up this weekend on my channel. He sent me 3. So it was really fun getting to mess with those. And I took some outdoorsy pictures with them. And yeah, they're awesome little figures. Go check out
Stop
Chicken
playing
Fried
goddamn
Toys.
toys in dirt.
I also, don't tell me what to do. I also got the vintage collection, the Mandalorian in. So small 3 3/4 inch Mandalorian. Been waiting a long time for that.
Man,
And
This
it's
is the
nice
way.
to know you no longer collect Transformers.
well, that's the thing. There's nothing Transformers for me to buy. I get until they announce the next Selects figure. I got nothing for me. They got nothing for me. I guess I could look for a Fox Kids Air Razor with not shitty chrome chipping. So if you guys have a lead on that, holler at your boy. I'll pick that up.
I got one for you.
But yeah, yours has shitty chrome chipping on it.
I'll get
So-
some paint. I'll paint over it. I'll fix it.
Guess
I'll buy
It doesn't-
some
it doesn't
chrome
work like
spray
that.
paint.
Oh man,
uh,
the mailman just
they
came.
don't sell that in a
He just
can?
brought me he just brought me my G1 Butt Bandit and Panel. These are such cool cars, man. They look so real. Vroom vroom.
pretty sweet rubber tires on them, huh?
Yeah, I love the die cast, man. I gotta get some more die cast. You got any die cast? That's die cast.
You gonna show us how cool it really is?
Tyler's
$20.
just like in the dust just to snort it.
Well, yeah, that's what G1 fans do, man. Nothing's
Dude,
nothing
Tom
without
said-
die cast. Everything's gotta have die cast.
Nothing's nothing.
Tom said Butt Bandit has awesome articulation. You know, for a G1, it's not too
It's
bad.
awesome articulation.
But
I'll tell you that much.
times are changing. We're going through a rebrand, so we are now Stasis Lock, the G1 Appreciation Podcast, and we hope you guys will take us, come with us on this journey of ours. But this would have normally been a beast banging week, but instead, it's a brick banging week. So here we
If they
are.
say
We're
the
going to be
picture
taking a
of
look at the
Chris Butt naked
reissue.
surrounded by 5 guys, I swear to God.
We're going to be taking a look. Oh my God. We're going to be taking a look at the reissue Hot Rod. So no foam or styrofoam insert, rather. This was just a clear insert on this compared
It's a
to
square.
the original. But nice artwork here of the character on the box. Looks like they didn't finish the grid here, but what can you do? It's just a
square.
reissue, right? But you get more of these sweet G1 bots on the back here, along with the character card and the tech spec.
G1.
This is
G1.
bilingual. This is bilingual. So
Bilingual
Yeah.
G1.
function is he's a Cavalier, and Hot Rod is an all-American boy Autobot. So
Yo, for
Cavalier
real,
looking
if
like that.
anyone has ever owned a Chevy Cavalier,
I
those
did, actually.
cars are
I did.
fucking amazing in the winter.
aren't those basically
That's
the
the-
Cobalts, but like a little more white trash?
No, it was a Pontiac Sunfire. The Pontiac Sunfire and the Chevy Cavalier, the same car, just with a
They're
different
the same
running
thing.
design.
Just
Yeah, but both of those cars were really good in the winter. They were excellent winter beaters.
hey,
Fucking
Tyler,
3
look
feet
here,
of snow,
man.
you can still bang through it.
Hasbro Canada. This
Oh.
came right from you.
It's still a square.
Oh. Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
Here's
change.
the
Where's the transformation? What does it transform into?
here's the tech spec. Check out the tech spec. Boom! You put that decoder over it. You can't see the red lines anymore. Boom! You get to see what his techs are. His tech specs.
I can see without the red decoder.
No, you can't.
I
see.
could have.
Now you can't. Now you can. This is the coolest part about G1.
What's going on?
This one came with stickers applied, so you dum-dums with your dumb hands didn't have to put on crooked stickers.
Dakota.
Yeah.
This is the same picture as last one. It's a square.
And this is it from the front, so it's a slight difference of a square.
Bro, from the front, it just looks like a speedboat.
But look at this chrome. You guys remember chrome? I remember chrome. Look, yeah, it looks like a fan boat. Makes me feel at home.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
it from the
chrome,
side.
chrome.
Yeah, and again, sticker was put on here, so your dum-dum hands didn't make it all dum-dum sideways.
God damn it. It looks like a sideways tampon with a spoiler.
Rubber, and don't forget the rubber tires. And
jackass.
you can put the gun. Look at the gun on the engine block. This isn't pure badass American speed. I don't know what is.
Damn. That's gonna go so well with
sideways.
my Dino Robros. Oof.
Yeah. And this is a second gun. It comes with 2 guns. This is the second gun at the quarter turn angle, and of course the side profile shot. So you got options for display and vehicle mode. This is him in robot mode. Check this out. This is just uncanny to go from like this, that.
Dakota, it's still a square.
But it's unparalleled.
Rectangular.
Just the pure engineering that went into this in 1986 is just. You truly have to respect it. I mean, you just have to respect it. Again, you got stickers up here on the shoulders and on the shins that they apply for you. A brave Chinese boy did. So, you and your dumb North American fingers didn't have to put them on crooked or anything like that.
Look at that face. It looks like a young William Shatner.
A young William Shatner britches.
Yeah, straight up Michael Myers.
You put a gun in his hand. You can put the gun in the other hand and bend at the elbows. Revolutionary. Bending at the elbows right there.
Nothing's going to be able to top this. Like, there's going to be a 30-year following from this toy. I'm telling you.
They have this unparalleled level of just love and my personal childhood just kind of wrapped into this, and you really can't beat this in terms of an engineering standpoint and getting from point A to point B. And there was even like a point B in the middle with the guns in the engine block.
Yeah.
And
you know what I think I'll really appreciate this though? When I'm 40 plus and I have a family to provide for, and I'm gonna have to have this. Like, little Emily and Jimmy John, they're going to have to go without for a couple weeks because Daddy needs his G1 Sunfire Prime, whatever this is.
Well, what you do is you return this in the Combiner Wars Legends Hot Rod that you paid $5 for after you purchase this.
Yeah, okay.
That's just the 40-year-old thing to do. That's just the G1 collector thing to do.
I wonder, do you think there's any any get-togethers or gatherings? I mean, after the quarantine, obviously, but just like some real people that I can get in the same room with and just kind of we can all stare each other in the eyes while we jerk off to the same fucking block.
You know what? I'm glad you asked because coming up in the news segment, don't forget about the Stasis Lock Hot Rod and Photo Op. Bring your masterpiece Hot Rod to Pete's Robocon June 5th or 6th for our community photo shoot. Don't forget, don't miss the most open MP Hot Rods in one location. KOs are welcome. It's gonna be really fun. Don't forget to bring your MP28 Hot Rod. You can bring a knockoff. We're totally accepting of knockoffs.
I hear Bobby Skullface has them in droves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's a well-known knockoff aficionado. So,
Bobby Skullfist is a KO provider, so hit him up in the DMs. Tell him the Stasis Lock guys sent you. Go get your KO Cavalier Miss Prime right here.
That's what he was doing, remodeling his basement. It wasn't really for a home theater. It was actually to have a space for all the stock of knockoffs that he provides to just the Western Hemisphere of the world in general. So swell guy, real swell guy.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. That's enough of that. I think it's been fun. We how many people? Okay, we didn't lose anybody. They stayed along for the whole ride. I'm glad they did.
I was looking at the chat waiting for someone to be like, "What the fuck is this? I'm not watching this."
I was waiting on you to freak out more, Tyler.
But no, I know how to improv, Dalton.
So, well, this is like, that's the thing. Like, this was Dalton's idea. Dalton was like, "Dude, we should do a G1 April Fool's thing."
Really?
Good man.
Yeah. Yep. And the deal was just not to tell anybody. So yeah, I'm trying to.
Well done.
It's a shame it only lasted for 15 minutes because, like, I could go on like this all night. Like, really, you're tapping my hidden potential here.
Wow. Do we lose Dakota?
So, let us know in the chat what your favorite blocky butt stain toy is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, tell me what it is. What's your favorite G1 disappointment? Hit me up.
All right, I was actually trying to find this, but I just wanted to play this just to. I love the Latin opening to Beast Wars.
That is 1,000% better than the G1 movie opening. Stan Bush can suck a nugget.
I was gonna say it was better. It was better than the Beasties intro, that's for sure.
You know what? I resemble that remark.
You do. Hey. All right, we actually do have a Beast Bangin tonight. Not as awesome as G1 Reissue Hot Rod. I only kid, of course. Tonight's Beast Bangin is Insecticon. Now, this, like Air Razor last week, is one of the few toys / molds that was not repainted to another character. And that makes it a little bit unique, in my opinion. It was released in Japan as Kuagaigar, so you have two options of buying it, but they're exactly the same. And it's some sort of a bug, an insect, if you will. This figure, in my opinion, has the coolest weapon storage. You just flip these open back here, and on top of just these in general, they're nice and textured. It's almost like they were brushed. You know, I don't. It's really weird, but I really do like it. He's a flip former, of course. But the coolest thing about the weapon is it comes in two pieces, like Rat does, but it forms this crossbow, which I think is really cool. Like it's
the only thing I find weird about this is the handle for the crossbow is like is on a slant, on an angle, which is weird. But otherwise, it's fine.
But it's still I don't know if it's because of the holes in his hand, because he still kind of holds it fairly straight, I guess.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I see what you're getting at.
Looks like a scarab beetle. I kind of second that. It looks kind of like a scarab beetle with the way the wings or the wing shells open up.
That's kind of what I thought too. Maybe it was a beetle, but I don't know bugs, so I didn't want to spread any false information. So, but I love the crossbow, man. Like, it's unique. It's like the only it's the only Transformer that has a crossbow. You know.
Yeah. So I think I'm on the hunt for two more of these things. Looking at my Detox right now, because I got one with
my build them.
No, I got one with my comic display. I want to put one with my Insecticon display just because it's a bug, and I feel like I just want to have a whole collection of bug Transformers right there. not including the G1 Beetleborgs. And I want one for my basics display as well.
Oh man!
Like
Which I mean, fortunately, like these are not very expensive.
Not at all.
I think he's the cheapest of the flip formers, of the wave oneers, if you will.
Yeah.
He's got some big old feet on him though, man. Like this guy ain't gonna fall backwards. They, for whatever reason, just gave him like clown shoes, essentially. More or less like from the back, but it's wild. Look at them feet. Look at them feet. He got them masterpiece bumblebee feet.
At least he's got all his toes.
Got him in cock.
Poor Mike, who can say where the
toes go, what the shoes hold.
I would not have minded actually like a bombshell repaint out of this guy. I think that would have been pretty neat. And I feel like they could have gotten like if they had some more room to play with in the 90s, they probably could have gotten some like G1 Insecticon repaints out of some of the Beast Wars stuff.
They didn't.
I don't know, man. I like that stuff. Like the HorrorCon Waspinator being in like Skywarp colors. I think that shit's awesome.
Yeah. Just that deco in general.
Well, I guess that is the deco, isn't it? I just thought it looked like an emo front man. Just black, purple, and gold.
You're projecting. You're projecting on your toys again, Tyler. You need to not do that.
It was just a black and purple haired scene kid with a stolen Cadillac emblem on a chain around his neck. Y'all ever have those guys around your town? Candace, you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Oh, do I?
You probably had boyfriends that stole all your fucking pants and shit.
Tom said that you're gonna single-handedly raise the secondary market price of this toy.
I think honestly that until it was done.
Between you and now possibly me, I think this is a good like troop builder. He's got a very generic name, Insecticon. It's not like he's his own character. I think I want 9 of them now.
Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Hang on. You just told me the other night this looked like dog shit, and you weren't even excited to do this one because you didn't like it. Now you want to troop build with me? I'm okay with it.
No, it's not that. It's not that I thought this one looked like dog shit. I just thought this one was the most uninteresting, and like troop builders are supposed to be relatively uninteresting as standalone characters.
Truth be told, I think this is one of the most interesting ones because you can troop build them.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like to me, troops are just like, they're just, you send them out there to die. And now I'm gonna need 9 of these. If anyone's sitting on some stock, pay you $5 a piece for them. Just pay you $5 a piece for them.
Yeah,
and send them all my way.
I'm only looking for 2, and I'll pay you $10 a piece for them. 12 shipped.
Oh well, that's to Canada. Anyways, you can check out our social medias, Instagram.com/StasisLockPodcast, Facebook.com/BeastWars. We're going to hang on to that, Hasbro. Twitter.com/StasisLockCast. And you can also email us at StasisLockPodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to join our group, the Beast Wars Society, on Facebook. It's a buy, sell, trade, and discussion group. Don't forget, it is a buy, sell, trade, and discussion group. For anyone curious on what it is?
Don't forget to answer those questions.
Oh, most definitely answer them questions.
Like, correctly.
Yeah, done that bullshit. Oh.
All right. Yeah. What was the tiger name? I know we talked about it last
Judo,
week.
Judo the Tiger?
Yeah. Judo the Tiger. How could you forget Judo the Tiger? We are still having our Ultra Gear Stasis Lock photo up. Bring your masterpiece cheat order. Pete's Robocon, June 5th through 6th, 2020 in Louisville, Kentucky for an epic galloping gyroscopic gathering of the most open cheat orders in one locations. Don't bring your masterpiece hot rods. It's going to be really awkward
you
if
out.
you do.
I mean, bring your masterpiece hot rods, but also bring a hammer.
Hopefully it's still going to happen.
All right, bots and brackets this week. Dinobot, of course, is the contender for the Beast Wars bracket.
I'm not gonna lie. I voted for I voted for Megatron.
I know. Oh, I saw who you voted for. You and Mike both.
Yeah, I
y'all
voted for Megatron, and I voted for Black
How do
Arachnia.
you know who I voted for? You don't know who I voted for?
You could check the votes. Oh, maybe. Well, yeah, you could check the votes.
Yeah, I voted for Megatron.
After you vote, you can see who voted for who. It's not really. It's not very like.
I mean, I can see Dinobot making it to the end. But I think Shatterglass Prime will beat his ass.
Pete voted for Megs too. This is looking like the American voting system. We all voted for Megs.
I also voted for Megatron.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
I know. I saw that too. I was like, all my friends are betraying me. Trust no one.
Everyone betrayed me. So
I voted Dinobot. Come on.
Everyone was after me.
Rigging elections and shit.
Now I gotta protect my neck. You know.
Yeah. You better hide that Russian alias. I swear to God.
Look, here's what I think, man. I think the toughest one to overcome is going to be movie Optimus Prime.
Crowd text customs in the chat goes collusion.
Oh my God!
You're right, though. You're right.
Which one, movie Prime?
Anyways,
Which one?
I think the tough one to beat's going to be movie Prime. I feel like as Beast Wars fans, we will come together and walk all over Overlord.
So hear me out. Hear me out. I think Overlord's going to take it now. I think Overlord's going to take it now because Dinobot's already died once. Megatron, on the other hand, is just evil and maniacal and obviously one of the most badass evil overlords of the entire Transformers franchise. And you made him lose to a guy that died in the second act. Shame on you guys.
Right, but he came back to life, so Dinobot's clearly the
he didn't come back to life
after he beat the entire Predacon forces single-handedly, but I digress. Honestly, dude, I was banking on Torn.
You know what he couldn't beat? Override.
That's fair. I was banking on Torn to win the IDW bracket, honestly. I think Torn is way more interesting than Overlord.
Win too.
Yeah, but
I think the way
as Beast Wars fans,
well, you know whose fault this is?
I feel like we need to show up and kick some ass, you know?
You know whose fault it is, Overlord 1, don't you?
Who?
Whoever came with the fucking bracket.
I don't know who came up with the IDW selection, but I mean it is what it is. But like that's the thing, dude. Like I thought Drift would have taken it all the way to the end. Personally. But like when Blade and Nautica got knocked out and a node, it was so surprising. Like I was very surprised how the IDW bracket came through.
What kind of bullshit is this?
I think.
Look at this. What? Optimus Prime, Megatron, Optimus Prime.
Look, come on. Look, I know.
Dinobot's got no chance against all them cum-rag fucking slinging G1
Mike thinks Shatterglass Prime is gonna beat out G1 Cartoon Prime, and dude, the 40-year-olds are not going to let that happen. Like they're going to come hard for G1 Cartoon Prime.
I mean,
you're talking about the
scenario
same people that jerk off into the friggin' UK comics. Get out of here.
I'm 41 and I'm not voting for Cartoon Prime.
Oh, I'm definitely going Grimlock comic and Optimus Prime Shattered Glass because I think both of them will lose to Dinobot.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm not super confident that Movie Prime would beat Dinobot. I'm not super confident Dinobot would beat Movie Prime either. My friend Black Arachnia was telling me like, no man, Movie Prime is gonna smoke Dinobot.
Dakota Clinton just leaked his own emails and just proved to you that he is rigging this election.
I have nothing to do with it. I don't have anything to do with it.
Julian Assange is kicking his feet up, coronavirus free, because Dakota Clinton is doing all of his dirty work.
Dakota Clinton.
He out here like DNC got nothing on me.
Careful, Tyler. You may end up with coronavirus.
I hope so. Bring it on. I'll take it with lime.
Look, my hopefulness is that we as Beast Wars fans will come together and kick the shit out of whatever the opposition is, as we have shown to do in fan votes over the past. So, Dinobot. I'll have you all remember.
What?
Tom in the chat says Daltonica Lewinsky.
Kabar, get the photoshopping, bud.
Get the photoshopping.
No.
Woo,
So-
give him the white mustache. Make sure to give him the white
I
mustache.
Oh
know.
my gosh.
Oh my
Well, I
god.
tell you what, I'm gonna be watching the chat now.
Anyways, I'll have you all remember Dinobot won the very first fan vote ever. So let's
Jeez.
Oh, I know. I'm milking this cow.
But to be fair though, Dinobot wasn't up against Optimus Prime, Megatron, Megatron, Grimlock, Megatron, Overlord, Optimus Prime.
He was up against literally all but like 3 or 4 other characters from 1984 to 2010. He was up against a lot of bullshit. Let's be fair.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Look, I'm voting Beast Wars because that's where my allegiance lies. So I'll
Oh,
start
really?
about to the end, but I don't believe in him. I gotta tell you, I don't believe in him. I believed in Megatron. I believed in Beast Wars Megatron. I don't believe in Dinobot.
Yeah, well, you know, it's, what was it, like 70% of everyone else believed in Dinobot. So don't be a sore loser.
Oh, hey, Dakota, by the way,
Hillary Gillette.
how many Facebook accounts you got, Dakota?
Working on his 31st.
Just the one.
April
Working on my
Fool.
200.
Some hesitation there.
No, it's really just the one. Like I don't where there how many because like I don't know how clever I am to put a whole bunch of different spins on my name. It would just be like Dakota this, Dakota that. If there's a bunch of Dakotas popped up, well.
I'm surprised you haven't made your gamer tag Dakota Hero.
That's a good
You're such a fucking fuck. Anyways, Big Bad Toy Store
He's gonna
had
go to the timestamp of that next.
I am. Big Bad Toy Store. I think they still have one up. The link is in the description if anyone wants to check the video description. They brought the surprises with a Japanese BotCon Double Punch and Barbarian, kind of like I guess pair, for $450 plus $4 shipping if you ship things slow. And it's $45 non-refundable deposit. They had like 8 whenever I first saw the link, and they're down to 1. So if you miss these 2, this is the way to get them. $250 a piece ain't bad, or $225 a piece ain't bad.
I mean, buy it for Barbarian at least.
Oh, dude, I love Double Punch, dude.
I'll never
I know
swear
you
by
didn't
another
like it.
clear plastic Transformer ever again. If Masterpiece
I know you
does
don't
clear
care for
Transformer, never.
Yeah, like Tyler isn't even buying a Burning Convoy, so.
I'm not. Oh my God! Dalton hit up Kabar's DM saying, "Don't you dare!"
Oh
Dalton, you know that's not the fire you want to fan the flames of.
Fuck off.
Now there's going to be 5 of them, and we're all going to be rocking them as profile pictures.
No, you're not. No.
It's there's a few with old Bill and Monica in them.
Dakota's about to start up a Pornhub link.
Anyways, so these things have gone pretty quick. I suspect they'll probably be gone by tomorrow.
You know, I want to know where.
Well, no, go ahead. What was
No,
it?
I'm just kind of curious. We're in a pandemic and people are dropping almost $500 on Transformers.
That's what Hollow Matt
No.
said. Hollow Matt said, "How about no? That's a lot of groceries or 4 rolls of toilet paper at least."
Them $1,200 checks is coming, man.
That's true.
Unless
Man,
you-
imagine someone banked on that and then they didn't get it because they didn't qualify.
They will hit your account by the time the credit card statement comes in. So,
Actually, I heard somebody
ahead.
got his already today. It was in his bank account.
no shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm going to check my account right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it, but wasn't me.
We're about
So-
to see an 8-toed man do jumping jacks.
Not very good.
Bare
I sure
naked
hope they do very
jumping
good.
jack.
Yeah.
DNA Designs. If you didn't want to buy another Encore big convoy, DNA does for the gun at least, the big Matrix cannon. DNA Designs got you covered. They are coming out with a Matrix Buster cannon.
Yeah, it's going to be
not
fucking twice
interested.
the price of the figure.
I don't. Well, maybe.
Aw.
I mean, I don't
DNA got
know. I
that
think
track record. Look at their
they
Optimal Optimus fucking.
yeah, they
upgrade.
kind of do. But I mean, for this to be essentially like one piece, not a whole lot of moving pieces, I assume. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I got the Encore. The Encore was like what, $100 shipped or something like that, or 110, something along those lines. Oh no, it was 90. It was 90. So like, I think if this comes out to 60, which it may, do you really just not want to get another big convoy at that point? You know, one that'll have tight joints on it. Not the same deco as the original toy. Reminds you, I did a comparison of those. Shameless plug on my video review. But I'm not interested unless they do it in blue big convoy or black big convoy colors. I'm absolutely not interested. I'll pick them up in those colors, but
at first when you said that it's just going to be one solid piece, I thought maybe, you know what, maybe he's right. Maybe it won't be $50. Maybe it'll be 75 because they have to soak up that hazard pay they're paying the people to work through this goddamn pandemic. Come the fuck on. I ain't buying this shit.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I'd rather just buy the reissue with the Cannon and Navi.
I'd rather just make one out of fucking paper, origami this shit. Who's with me?
yeah, that's another thing too, man. The Encore came with Navi, so like I know like a lot of people are probably like, oh, Navi, but I mean, I don't know, it's a character that wasn't represented and now is. So unless they come hard on it, like I don't know.
Why does this thing got a Zelda character pack with it?
Oh
God,
God, that
Tyler,
is definitely Dalton.
I hate you so much, Tyler. Yeah, hashtag Dalton notes.
We need to get that going in the chat. Every time Dalton says a Dalton note, people need to call that shit out in the chat. Dalton note.
I usually call it out on myself.
Hashtag self call out.
Dalton, I'm trying to get some fan participation with Bird
do you
Dog
think-
and my quail.
Do you think they'll do like a little Matrix piece that'll kind of fold up like the Encore as well, or do you think they'll just build it in?
Probably just have one where you just slap it in there and then close it.
Yeah.
I think what they should do is have like a light sensor at the tip of the barrel, so the dumb fucks that go to look down the barrel with one eye get stabbed. Just when the light sensor goes off,
dude, look, if this one
blade.
If this one launches a missile, I may have to pick it up.
Oh boy!
Yeah, I love
that
I love
disposable
Going back on your morals, huh?
Man, Chris would be rolling in his grave if he was dead right now. He's alive.
Nah. I think after that point, nothing will bother him.
No, I think at that point he just kind of expects it of me. But I don't know. This is for anyone who doesn't want to spend the extra $30 for a Navi and a big convoy figure, I guess. Like, I don't know. $30 is $30.
So you're not in on this, Dakota?
No, I'm not, unless they do it in blue big convoy or black big convoy colors.
Okay, so that means Dalton's not in on it. What about you, Mike? Are you in on this?
Well, I already said I wasn't in on this.
Yeah, no. But we know we're not in on it because Dakota's not in on it.
Because I want to get the original with it. It's like, there's no point if I'm going to be getting the figure anyways.
Because that's what Dakota did. We know. Candace, what about you?
No.
Mike, you in on it? Third party upgrade kit. It's an upgrade kit, though.
Jesus Christ. Brett is the Internet Explorer of Stasis Lock. He's Dakota hero.
Like an hour ago.
Man, miss you, Brett. I let him in on the jokes. I sent him all the G1 logos and stuff like that. He was like, "Please tell me you're doing G1 bumpers." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Nice.
Ooh, someone's pissed.
Man, when your cat went off when we were talking about the G1 shit, Candace, I was about to be like, was that G1? Or was that Beasts? There's no fucking Beasts on this podcast. There's a G1 show.
Is that a Beast?
But I missed my
Put it down.
opportunity because you're already muted.
Leonardo 1-1 says he got the one with Navi because he didn't have a big convoy, and that's the way to do it in my opinion. Kabar says he might be on this, So we'll see.
He's on everything.
Yeah, money bags Kabar.
Yep.
All right. The first of our 2 Transform Element news pieces. They released renders for the Scorponok head sculpt coming out on their Scorponok. And it's looking good.
Shellhead.
Shellhead.
Sweet.
So
There's a
somebody
comparison.
when I posted this up, somebody on the page, somebody commented that they might abandon Masterpiece and go these Legends. And you know what? I'm not going to abandon Masterpiece, but I might go this route too. Go with the Legends guys because these look like a lot of fun. And if they're going to be this accurate, this could be a great little fucking centerpiece display in a main room, like a living room. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it'd be just a nice little scenic piece right up in the, you know what I mean, on a floating shelf somewhere.
I think we'd even talked about it last week. How they were
coffee table display.
They were basically in the G1 MP scale. So for people who are fans of both that maybe even don't want to allocate the actual MP monetary resources, could still like keep their MP G1s and then stick these kind of with them. Like, I think that's the draw for it.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Sideburns or fangs? He's chintastic.
He's got that soul patch on him too.
Hollow Matt.
Don't let Joe hang your floating shelf. No shit.
Yeah. Our very own Joe Exotic.
Ain't nothing flat about that Earth, I'll tell you that much. That thing's showing all sorts of curves. Jesus.
Who like was it Tom that first said something?
Yeah, it's like what did you take that with, a wide angle lens?
No, someone else was like, bro, that shelf is super uneven. And I was like, yeah, that shit's kind of bothering me too.
Oh, I was.
Okay, that was you. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's you get you a level, boy.
That
man, Hollow Matt in the chat. That's fun to say. Hollow Matt in the chat just said, anyone notice how he always did the dad tongs thing before he fired? Yeah. Talking about Scorponok.
Oh man. Fuck, man, I might be a dad because I do that just kind of by habit.
This is definitely a pickup for me, man. I don't even care about the price. When that rat trap drops, man, you let me know and I'll just send you the funds. Because like, I could.
All right, I will. Yeah. I'm still jury's kind of out on this for me because like, I would want to pick up a bunch of these at once instead of spacing them out. But I mean, like the Black Arachnia came out earlier this year, didn't she?
Yeah.
Did she come out like a was it earlier this year or late last year? One of the
last
two.
Year, I think, because it was
it was like mid-December.
It was around the time. Yeah, it was around the time that Masterpiece came out.
So if they do, so Black Arachnia is December, and say like Rat Trap is, let's just say April, because it looks like he's ready to ship because of the next news piece. Looks like he's probably already shipping. Who knows? That's a 4-month time span. I don't know. Like I think it's wishful to think that we would see Scorponok 4 months from now in like August, but like maybe at the end of the year, I'll pick up whatever they got. If we get like an August and then another release in December, I may just kind of do it like that, just like 4 at a time sort of thing.
Yeah, but like, man, doing that's really weird for me because, like, what if you risk not being able to find the Black Arachnia?
Then at that point, I think I would just be fine not having them. Just because, like, man, I'm already like really cutting it on space, like really
that's like
cutting it on space,
man.
Yeah, I would still pick up a Dinobot, obviously, because I do have some like small portion of space on the Dinobot shelf.
You won't pick up a rat trap for your Dinobot?
Pick up a Dinobot just because it's Dinobot.
You know, at worst case, if I don't have the shelf space, I'll just keep them in my asshole.
I mean,
in beef mode.
Turd Dinobot said Dirk Dinobot.
Turd Dinobot.
Oh man, the
yeah, Dirk Dinobot.
Brother Kyle in the chat says, "I'm not gonna get it. It's awesome, but I don't want to dip into another scale of a line I'm already collecting and in love with madly. But Legends Beast Wars would look better displaying with the Masterpiece G1 trash, I think. But no way was I going to buy, or was I not going to buy the Masterpiece beautiful, perfect pieces. And maybe could be in for a Dinobot, though, because Dinobot is fantastic and way better than G1 has anything to offer. You know what? I side with Brother Kyle on that. Like that's
Yeah,
Some of that
I'm
was
with Brother Kyle,
paraphrased.
too.
or a Tiger Hawk. See now he's rationalizing. Now he's gonna get a Tiger Hawk as well because it's better than Grimlock. That stupid piece of shit. I'm just reading right off the screen.
Dude, speaking of Tiger Hawk, man, I really want to see like some updates from JX on their Tiger Hawk. Like that's
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy that they didn't show him at TFCon, and only because I don't want them to feel rushed after coming out with JX Megatron that they have to put something out. Let them take their time. Let them do the perfect shit that they did, like they did with the Megatron, and let them just come out when they feel like it's necessary, like it's a good
like
time.
I honestly think, man, like that Tiger Hawk is probably going to be my most anticipated figure to look for this year. Like I really liked Lio Convoy. I still really enjoy Lio Convoy, paint chipping and all. But that Tiger Hawk, man, like I've wanted a show accurate Tiger Hawk since I was 9 years old. You know?
Sure.
So
I don't think
like
there's anyone
about
on here that doesn't want a TV show accurate Tiger Hawk.
I love that design. I love their Transmetal 2 Megatron. Man, like, I picked it up the other day and was just kind of like messing with it. I was drinking, and it's still like it's still just a sturdy, hefty figure. And like I know that they'll do Tiger Hawk that way too. But back to Transformers, Transform Element, and they should do Dinobot next after Scorponok. This Rat Trap looks really good.
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
It's clean. It doesn't have like the kind of like fur sculpting that this one does, but I don't mind that. It's got a smooth show-like texture, and I really dig that.
You know where this would go really well? If you were ever to do a display from season 2, sending off Dinobot into the Matrix.
Oh yeah, just to have that little rat
See,
trap.
it
there
is from the same episode. Now you have to have it, Dakota.
You see, that's the thing. Like I was always more in on this than I was the Black Arachnia, anyways. But now
I think you need to have everything that's in that storyboard.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. But
Admit it though. Admit it. You want one of every figure to display with that storyboard.
Honestly, man, if I could do a Legends diorama of that, like just like select pieces from Code of Hero, like obviously the showdown in like at the end of the second act or the beginning of the second act, and then the funeral scene at the end of the third act, or beginning of the third act, the end of the third act. Like I don't really care about first act and second act all that much, So I would buy like 3 Transform Element Dinobots, and I'd get this Rat Trap. They'd have to do a Transmetal Rat Trap, or no, they wouldn't even. They would just have to do the season 2 Predacons. So I guess that means I'd have to get Toy World's Megatron.
Well, no, you would need a season. You would need a Transmetal Rat Trap because he shows up in both forms in that
right,
episode.
but he wasn't like he was only like in the first act and then like traversing to Dinobot's location. Oh, I would have to do the as he dies scene as well. That's 4 Transform Element Dinobots I need, and then a Transmetal Rat Trap, Primal, and then Rhinox and Cheetor, and Silverbolt. I think Silverbolt was there, and so yeah, I would need their Black Arachnia, and I would need Transmetal Megatron, Rampage, Waspinator. Fuck, I need everything.
Let me check Agabus because I think they still have them in stock.
I'll get it. I'll get it when they like them announcing the Dinobot is going to be the real getter here. So until they do that, I may have to pay a late tax. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But they should go with Dinobot next. But this beast mode on this Rat Trap looks really good. It's awesome. What just a second hinge would do for this backpack here. I don't think we have any pictures of it from the back. There's a video review someone did that's posted on the Stasis Lock Facebook. And they may show off the back profile, but look at them ankles. Look at that rocker. Boom. That angle, perfect angle. So, all right, Mike, you in on this?
No.
Third party is trash.
Right.
What are you even doing on the show? Why do you hate Beast Wars?
No, I hate third party. Big difference.
That's true.
Just like
who's
you
next
hate
up?
KO. But it's Beast Wars.
Well, I hate KO because it's theft. Oh, here we go.
What's third
Here
party?
Candace, are you gonna get this? We don't need this. Candace, are you gonna get this rat trap?
Oh boy. Yes.
Oh,
Beast
thievery.
I said it.
Yep. Mike, third party is not KO.
Third party is the artist alley of physical figures.
Oh my God.
Oh,
We're
he's
gonna
got
go
a
down
point.
that hole? Maybe I'll give them that, but do they actually have the right to do it? No, so it's stealing.
Okay, so
Is
I
it?
want you to
Can you
keep that same
prove?
energy
Can
the
you
next time
provide
go to
me
a
legal
con. I
document?
want you to rip down all those drawings that those artists produced.
Can you? Well,
Okay, then you
the
gotta let
drawings
the
that he
KO
picked up.
go then.
If he picked
Yeah.
up a drawing at BotCon, they had the license to sell those at that year's BotCon. Anyways, Mike, can you produce for me a legal document showcasing that Hasbro has the rights, solely the rights, to produce this particular gray transforming rat with bronze secondary colors and red eyes and pink rat feet in this specific aesthetic?
I believe this is actually a troop builder too, because it's called Mice Warriors, plural.
Yeah, it's not even called Rat Trap.
Well, that's fine. I mean, they can't use the right name. So I mean, if we're gonna say that, then we gotta say KO's okay too.
No,
they're
Yeah.
not the
Not at
same
all.
argument.
That's
Okay.
not the same argument.
It absolutely
Nope.
is the same argument.
How is it the
it's
same
not.
argument?
Because you're sitting here saying that's okay to basically make exactly a rat trap, but if someone else uses an existing, something, like Megatron or Black Arachnid, which is coming out, and they knock it off, then that's thievery. I mean, that's what all third parties really are. It don't matter whether it's Beast Wars or not. G1, it's all thievery.
But is it the same to steal a physical thing and different to steal an idea?
Do what now?
What hurts more, stealing something physical or stealing an idea? What's going to be a more detriment to the brand?
Ooh.
Probably the
You're
idea of it.
You're saying the idea, that theft of the idea that isn't really the intellectual property, if I may, that isn't really proved to be owned by anyone? Like, at that point, is it stealing if it isn't owned?
It's owned by Takara and Hasbro.
But can you prove that? Like,
Wait,
the
Apparently
molds,
they
the
can't.
physical molds,
Apparently they can't because they shut down that fucking Unicron.
the physical molds are owned by them, yes. But is this intellectual property owned by them?
Wasn't that
Yes, it
Unicron
is.
shut down because they called it Unicron?
Did they call it Unicron?
I think it was definitely because they were promoting it as Unicron. It was also at the same time that Hasbro was funding a Unicron, but Hasbro isn't producing or showing off a small scale rat trap.
Right, true. But point being is if you're going to go after one, you need to go after them all. Don't pick and choose
Mike.
your battles.
I don't know.
Yeah, but okay, so I would understand that if that was if you're going to go after one third-party company, you go after all third-party companies, but KO and third-party are not the same thing.
But technically, wouldn't they be considered a third-party company?
Well, no, because they're stealing actual tangible things and not
They redid
perceived,
they changed the
not,
paint scheme.
and not
They changed the
intellectual
paint
perceived
scheme.
property.
They changed the paint scheme.
They changed a paint scheme. Well, yeah, they painted it instead of 3D printed it, but that's not part of the mold. They stole the actual mold.
But did they though?
Reverse engineering
Yes.
is stealing,
What?
Mike.
What are you talking about?
He's having the ultimate boomer moment right
Bro,
now.
Matt in the chat's like, I've argued this before for a while. And it is a never ending argument. Yeah, he says you can call it Green Giant or Hercules, but it's still Devastator. But was it stolen molds?
Yeah, were the molds created by Hasbro Takara? The answer is
Also,
no.
like,
So
what is the
idea of it
Peter
is-
has
what is
the underlying fact here. Peter has the underlying fact. All KOs are third party, but not all third party are KOs.
I disagree.
I mean, another thing, like, I mean, you know, Matt says it's a stolen concept. Maybe. I view it as an artistic recreation of a concept because that's what it is.
I'm saying,
These,
though.
at
Like,
the end of the
Artist
day,
Alley
these
is the same
are
thing.
yeah, these are just different artist renditions of pre-existing characters
So-
that Hasbro probably owns the intellectual rights to.
So hold
These
on a
aren't.
second. Let me ask you a question, Mike. So, by your definition, KO or third party is KO because they're stealing an idea, they're recreating an idea and producing it, right? So, would you say that Candace's artwork, because she draws it from a still from the TV show,
I knew
is a knockoff from the Beast Wars TV show?
Poor Candace.
Yes, I do.
Oh, how dare
Ejecto
you!
Cito, Pez.
Ejecto Cito. Mike's win this argument at whatever cost. Like that's all it is. He's just boomer set in his ways. Wants
But
to win
still,
that
I mean,
argument.
it's kind of the point of if they're going to. I'm going back to the whole Unicron thing. If you're going to argue about one, you got to go after all of them. That's my
So why
opinion.
isn't Hasbro doing that?
Oh, that's a good question. Why don't we write our congressman and ask them that?
Why don't we write our
Because
Congress?
what does that congressman have to do with it?
during this pandemic.
I want to email them. Look, you know what? While we're doing it right now, I'm going to go HasbroPulse.com.
I'll tell you. You know, my theory on why they went after the Unicron was because they were pitching it at a time that one was funding, that they already had $1 million, whatever kind of bullshit they said they had wrapped up in it. And it was also essentially like there were no differences between that Unicron and what was on the movie, which they without a doubt own without a doubt own the rights to. But again, like this,
correctly. A Unicron they were failing to fund.
it wasn't failing to fund, Tyler.
It wasn't
Don't push that bullshit either. Don't push that fake news either. Failing to fund. It funded 25% over the goal. What do you mean failing to fund? Get that
After they
fake news
shut the other
bullshit
one down.
Infowars out of here.
From
Get out of here,
they let
CNN.
retailers in on it.
Get out of here, MSNBC.
Bullshit. That wasn't fan funded. That was a corporate shill. That's what that was.
It was failing to fund. My name was Tyler G. Get out of here with that shit. Failing to fund.
It did.
There's nothing you can substantiate that. Absolutely nothing.
Listen, excuse me? What are you talking about?
You
They
cannot
gave 30 days, then
substantiate
they
the
extended it to
fact that
60
it was
days, then they opened it up to retailers, then they opened it up to other countries. Like, no, it failed to fund. That's why they had to open it up, broaden their horizons, make other people make it work because it wasn't working.
First of all, they had to open it to other countries anyways. Like limiting it to just a single market was stupid. But it still did not fail to fund. It still funded, and it went over the percentage. Like it went well over the backers.
When you let some customers only buy one and other customers buy 1,000, it makes a difference.
Nobody was limited to one. People could have bought whatever. I think it was five.
Yeah,
but
still, retailers could buy 500, and that was fine. It added to the final numbers. So don't tell me it didn't fail. It didn't not succeed, but it didn't succeed. You know what I'm saying?
How did it not succeed? It's gonna come out next year as soon as, assuming there isn't another coronavirus. But it's still gonna go into production. It funded. It funded. It succeeded.
You're right.
Get out of here. Get out of here with that bullshit.
But it was not successful in.
You are high on your
funding.
bullshit right now. You're so high on your bullshit
right
now.
From fans.
Can we all just stop arguing for a second and see what Kabar wrote in the chat? It's really fucking funny.
April Fools. I don't give a shit.
No, it says, Dear John Warden. No, wait. Dear's John Warden. Sincerely, Dalton.
That's not Kabar. That's Cryotex Customs. That's Tom.
No, that's Kabar.
Above that. Go above that.
Oh, okay. All I saw was the Dear John Warden.
MSNBC, stupid Dakota. Get your pants on out of here.
Unicron was failing, sir. My name's Dr. Pater.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Fan fiction. It was official for 20 minutes.
You know what? Someone coming in right now, they're like, what the fuck did I just click on?
I can say whatever because my name is Tyler G. Listen to me. I make the loudest noise in the room.
Brother Kyle says, this is like watching Hannity and Combs. So which one of us is the Alex Jones in the situation?
My name's Tyler G, and I wash my hands 1 foot at a time. You're the Alex Jones here because you have that bullshit conspiracy that Unicron wasn't funding.
What? No, I didn't say it didn't fund. I said it didn't fund from fans. It didn't fan fund. It funded for sure because they opened it up.
So
to
retailers can't be fans just because they sell the toys. They can't be fans.
Well, it's not fair when actual fans are only allowed to buy 5 and retailers are allowed to buy 5,000. Okay.
Well, I'm sure if any fan wanted to put their money where their mouth was and buy 500, they could have sent them an email. Said, "Hey, I'm going to carry these for my store. Give me 500, please."
You know, like, where's your license at?
Kyle says this reminds me of the scene in South Park movie where Kyle's mom was arguing with the Canadian Prime Minister. What are you laughing at, bitch? Make that bitch as big as bitch. No, I will. I'm a Canadian. You're Kyle's mom.
Well, better to be Kyle's mom than a Canadian. Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. Hey, Dalton, are you going to pick this rat trap up?
We're back to this.
I just wanted his answer on it, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Dalton?
Well, we're waiting.
Beast Wars.
Okay.
If the boomer would shut up for a minute.
Where'd my Monica Lewinsky picture on this fucker here, Kabar?
Hey, leave him alone. He lost them toes in the coal mines.
I lost
called
it in the
Kabar,
war.
Carl.
He's suffering from the rust lungs.
Carl Barr.
Kabar. Kabar. Oh, Kabar.
This show was paid for by Boudreaux's Fan Boat Emporium.
Come on down to the Boudreaux Fan Boat Emporium, y'all, and get y'all some fan boats and some fan boats accessories. Seriously, y'all need to go listen to that all queued up. The most recent thing that they dropped today.
Come on down to Shucky's and get you a bed for the muggy.
All my girls use Shuckies.
I love it because he put that line after the pimp line. So you're like, I smack my hoes. All my girls use Shuckies.
No, he put it after the PB line. I'm not gonna spoil it, but think about
whatever, man. It was a fucking fun time. Shout out to Josh and Greg and all queued up, man.
It was really good.
Need to add them to the shout outs.
They've been in the shout outs, dog. Where you been?
I can never understand what you're saying because you speak faster than Tech fucking 9, so
I've been messing them up lately. But, yeah.
Honestly, whenever you start spitting, I'm just waiting for the rah behind you because that's what Tech 9 does.
Matt, we talked about the new Transart MP Transmetal Primal last week. We are all very excited for it.
Oh, that Megatron, the Toy World Megatron's releasing. Paid for, shipping soon.
Which one is releasing though? Is it the Metals version? Is it the Kenner version? Which version?
I think it's the Kenner version. Which one did you pay for? You had me send you money.
Whichever one they're sending.
Fuck.
With the one that you linked me to. I mean, it was the one that you linked me to. That was all on you. You provided the link. I pre-ordered.
Now I gotta go look.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Best of luck.
What are you? Oh my god! Shush, Dalton.
No.
I don't have to pay this shit with my fucking allowance.
With your $2,000 Canadian allowance.
Okay, this looks like it looks like.
It's the TWBS01.
So
it's BS01. It's bullshit 01.
Okay, because the link has. Well, is it the B? Okay, BS01. Well, that ad has both pictures, both colors in it. So
yeah, it looks like the metal's on the standard picture though.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's so dumb. Well, you know what? It could be worse. It could be that stupid fucking G1 Grimlock thing.
Steel Lock.
So fucking stupid, dude. Who releases a G1 version of a Beast Wars character before the fucking Beast Wars character? I hope that thing flopped. I hope they didn't get any money back from it. I hope Thorwald goes under because of this. After they make a Primal, of course.
Tyler, you are so angry, dude. You just had a child recently. You really
Why
really
do you
need to,
think I'm angry?
you really need to cut back on that anger, bud. It's going to shorten your lifespan even more. So, hey, our topic for today, and I'm going to go first,
Look, we have
is what is the best April Fool's prank you've played on someone? Mine is really dark. So I was 18 or 19. I was hanging out at a friend of mine's house, and like I hadn't played any pranks on him at that point in the day. But he went outside. It was me, him, and my ex-girlfriend. We were exes at the time. Just like to, I guess, paint the picture of like maybe one would think that I wasn't talking or cool with her. And his two neighbors, which are also my friends, like we were all just hanging out. And he was like, I got to go upstairs and take a piss or whatever. And so I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to take my car because like where my car was parked, you could see it. I was like, look, I'm just going to drive it up the street where you can't see it. And whenever he comes back downstairs, tell him I just gave him the old Irish goodbye and that I was in a bad car wreck. And so they did. I drove it up and I just kind of kneeled behind another car so he couldn't see me. And then like I saw them deliver the news to him, and he fucking lost it. Like any good friend should. And what made the timing even better is ambulance drove by like on the main street, like off of his side street. And so like that really sealed it. And my ex-girlfriend, she really couldn't control her emotions when she was around other people. So like he started getting really sad, and so she started crying. And like we kind of let it go on for like 5 or 10 minutes. And anyways, and I just hopped up from the back of the car. I went, April Fools, and he got really mad, and he tackled me, and he almost hit me in the face. And
hopped up from behind the car. Happy birthday!
Yeah. That was probably the best April. That and the one that I played on everyone in the Stasis Lock chat at the time of the like got a chick pregnant, so I was selling everything to pay for an abortion. That was another good one.
That was fun. I remember. Who was it? No, it wasn't
Rob.
It
was Rob
Micah.
Milton. Shout out to
Rob.
NPSP Theaters. Rob Milton. He was like, "You need to."
Rob fucking just sat down and had a dad moment with him. Like,
God, all up in my shit. He was just like, he was like, "Don't be a fucking deadbeat, you piece of shit." Like, he was like, "You're gonna do what's right. You're gonna raise that kid."
Yeah, Rob was like, "Son, come sit down. We're gonna have a talk."
Joe played it off like he was just like, I don't believe you, but I want this, and this. So, Josh Fisher in the chat says, I cut off toilet water, flushed it, filled it with clear gelatin, and then turned the water back on. Gelatin, when it's set, doesn't flush. My mom shit on it.
Jesus.
That's good. Mike, what's the best April Fool's prank you've played on someone?
When I was younger, we had a sleepover at a friend's house, and there was always always a fat kid to be picked on, and surprisingly, I wasn't the fat kid being picked on. So we made
me neither.
So we made these brownies. We filled them up full of X-Last. And we let the
X-Last?
one guy, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Chocolate laxative.
Chocolate laxative, that's it. And we let the guy have them. And he was like, "Hey, are y'all going to eat these?" We're like, "Oh no, you're more welcome to have them all. We just don't really want them." And so we waited like an hour later, and the dude was on the toilet for at least a good hour, shitting his brains out.
Bro, Tom said always talking going on at the sleepover. All right, Tyler, I know you got a good one.
Honestly, I don't remember too many. When I was younger, I got a stick of butter. And like this is family friendly, but like I got a stick of butter. And
thanks for the warning.
I brought my mom over. And I was like, "Mom, check this out. When I put salt on this butter, it gets really warm." So I took salt and I put it on the butter, I put my hand over it. I was like, oh, it's really warm. She's like, oh, what? And she goes to put her hand over it, and I just hammered her fucking hand down in the butter. Try it on your moms, everybody. April Fools.
Yeah, see, Southern moms, they still beat adult children. So.
Yeah, double barrel shotguns for legs. So.
Oh man.
Nothing says I love you like a spin kick to the ribs.
All right, Candace, what about you?
I don't mind being pranked, but I'm not very good at pranking. And usually when I do, it backfires on me. So the only one I can really remember is way back when my younger sister and I, my mom was getting herself some tea. She loves her hot tea. And so she was at the kitchen sink, and we have one of those sinks that has the faucet and it has the little hose sprayer thing. So I don't know where we got the idea, but you put rubber band around the hose thing, the sprayer.
Oh, God.
And so when you turn on the water, it immediately goes to the
God.
hose instead of, and it sprayed her. It was pretty funny. I think she laughed, but we kind of felt bad too because we love our mom. So it was worth it.
Just right in the face.
Yeah.
So I just talked to Becca, and I do have a good April Fool's story joke. So like when me and her first started talking, like the first couple months we were talking, we met on Plenty of Fish. We're texting back and
Oh,
forth.
Jesus.
And we're talking, and
You met your wife on the hookup app. Hang on.
No,
Yeah, he
It
did.
wasn't a hookup app.
Oh, it is.
No,
Now
Plenty
it
of Fish
is.
is
It wasn't
100% a hookup app.
Whatever. Yeah, I met her on a hookup app.
Oh,
He
dude.
hooked up. He hooked
What
up.
can I say? I got hooked.
Oh.
Zing! April Fools.
All right.
I'm not even married.
Talking. All right, so y'all were talking on this.
Yeah. So we were. We exchanged numbers. We were texting back and forth, and we started texting, and it started getting a little naughty. Started getting a little hot. You know what I'm saying? And then I texted her. I was like, "Oh shit! Hang on a second. Sorry, I gotta let you go. My buddy just got stabbed. He's being rushed to the hospital." She's like, "Oh shit! I'm so sorry." She's like, "Okay, I'll let you go." I was like, "April Fools." It's like, what? Who does that? Completely ruined the mood for her.
Oh
For
man.
you, it was a turn on. Stabby, don't mind if I do.
She was like, I'm gonna trick this guy into marrying me and getting me pregnant.
Yeah, it worked.
Bro,
worked.
18 years later, April Fool's, it's Dakota's child. So
Hang on a second. I actually got to bring that up. So Dakota just said that your way of getting back at me is tricking me into marrying you and giving you a child, and that's your April Fool's joke. Is that true? Why are you smiling? Why are you
He's
smiling?
not denying it.
Wow, we're gonna have a talk, and it may or may not include fists.
Damn!
just gonna give her the old 1-2.
I love her.
You got
Yes,
it,
man.
champ.
1, 2.
Honestly, like if I can get on my soapbox for a minute, honestly, for a one-time hookup thing, like it turned into the rest of my life. I've never been happier with a woman, so that's my sappy moment for the day. April Fools, I'm still a piece of shit. Oh, come on down, let's talk to get me fuck you.
Oh my god. Josh Fisher said she's pregnant. Again?
I work fast.
Damn, Tyler, let the girl breathe.
Get off of
No,
it.
I did my April Fool's joke and gave her some of the nut butter.
Uh-huh.
Straight to the moon.
Oh, I love Shuckies. Dalton, what's yours, man?
Okay, so my stepbrother and I, when we were living at the apartment complex here in town with my dad and stepmom, they were actually the managers of the place. So we got a little free reign with some stuff. Got a bag of these little rubber cockroaches and some Mighty Putty. Put them on the lid of the top load washers down in the basement of the apartment building. And we just sit on the stairs listening for someone to open it. And
Were you
at least
cuddling?
4 or 5, huh?
No, then go ahead. Keep going.
We got a few people, just a bunch of screams coming through. People open the doors like, what the hell's going on? It was some of the funniest shit I remember as a kid. So,
bro, nothing freaks me the fuck out more than bugs, like especially cockroaches. That would have been it.
You can't see them on a Gundam video.
That would have been it. I would have I'd have been crawling on that fucking ceiling like the Exorcist, man.
Man, you're lucky. You're lucky you don't fucking watch shit back, because well, some of them off the runner joints, man. Whew. There's all sorts of bugs running around. We didn't know what the fuck they were.
Dude, I still couldn't see shit, man. Still couldn't see it.
That's because you fucking light your house with lamps, like fire lamps.
That's fair.
Kerosene.
We definitely do when the electricity goes out. We definitely do.
Yeah, your mom burns candles for 72 hours.
I cut up all the candles in the house after that happened. Speaking of though, I'm gonna do, because we recently got one of those little hoses for our sink, and I'm gonna do that shit. And like it's black, and I have black hair ties, so I'm just gonna like hair tie it. And just like she'll always get water in the morning for coffee too. So first thing in the morning. Oh my god. Oh, so
guys, I just got kicked out of my house.
Maybe I'll be on for next week's Stasis Lock. Maybe I won't. We'll see. So, all right.
Fireworks fast.
Guess that. What? Oh, did you do it?
It's in the chat.
Oh man. Oh, he put my Libre in the picture too.
Holy shit, Candace, I will PayPal you $150 for your shelter if you make Gary Chalk make this his profile picture.
Oh no, don't do that.
There's no way.
What? Why would you thumbs down it like it makes a difference? Come on, son.
Just downvote it to the bottom of the chat.
Thanks, fucking Reddit. Oh man.
That's good. We got Mike Q in the chat. What's up, Mike Q? I think some other people hopped in. Josh Fisher called it a sink bidet. I know it's called a bidet, but give me this one. No.
Got one of them there bidets.
So creepy.
Speaking of bidets, Mike, where can people find you?
What? We signing out? Are we done?
Yeah, that was it. That was our topic.
You got more beast stuff to fucking talk about, or do you want to just keep going about how wrong you are with third party?
Well, we'll keep on going with that if you want to.
Oh, man.
We'll save it for an Angry Joe show, meaning we'll never revisit it.
This is true. You can find me everywhere as Angry Mike.
Candace, where can we find you at?
You can search for me across social media with Candace Santora or Canned Ice Santora. You'll find me. Go for it.
Jesus.
It's like spinning the wheel. Something's landing something.
Just whatever you want to do.
That's why I just come up with a new name every episode, because no one's going to follow me. I'm not getting famous off this shit. I'm here to talk shit. Yeah, right? Like.
Well, also, Candace is likable. Tyler is not. So
that's also true. That's also true.
You know, I mean, facts is facts. Tyler, where can people find you at?
You can find me under Gunnar Malegis. As I told you at the start of the episode, I recently transitioned to a disabled person sexually, and my pronouns are slip, trip, and fall, and I now sexually identify as an amputee.
You got a lot going on. You got way more going on than I do.
Yeah,
Dalton, where can people find you at?
Anything to get a leg up on the competition.
Everywhere at Dalton and STFs.
You can find me everywhere at Primal Sabbath, but before you go, check out some of these shows on the Cool Table Network, such as Shattercast, Uncut, Into the Realms, Detox, Figga Bangin, Business Multiples 40K, Plastic Fanatics, Breaking the Mold, Nerds, Radio Fresh Communications, Building Up to It, Verbally Challenged, and one of my favorites, Masterpiece, Shitpiece, Theater, and a few honorable mentions, Nerds Have Spoken, Total Package, Blackout and Shout, All Queued Up, Off the Runner, Cybercast, Galactic Gumbo, and around 30 minutes with our boy Matthew D. Baldwin. We'll see y'all later.